Hello everyone, and welcome to the fifth dimension Ascension classes. And I'm delighted to welcome you to our class today, where we're going to focus on the topic of talking to our spirit guides. And so, what I'll be doing is just putting everyone on mute while I set up a safe space. And once I've finished today's practical, I'll close down the space and stop the recording, and then afterwards, everyone can ask their questions. So, thank you for coming along, and I'll just put you on mute just now. If I can remember how to do it in Zoom, just wait 1 second. Okay, and I'd also like to, if I can remember just how to lock the meeting. Everyone's here. Yep. Okay, well, we can begin. So I'd like to, first of all, begin by taking in 3 deep breaths in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out what no longer serves our highest good, nice and loud. Breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out any fear, shame, anxiety, or pain, nice and loud. And breathe in through the nose. And breathe out any remaining low vibration energy or emotion that no longer serves our highest good, nice and loud. And continue to breathe deeply and calmly. Now focus your attention on the center of your heart, where your golden divine spark enters your human form. And from there, extend a cord of light up through the top of your head, up through into the sky and up into the stars, reaching up higher and higher through the frequencies and dimensions of this universe until you reach the highest dimension of the source of love of this universe. And there connect in your light cord into the highest dimension of source. Expand out your light in amongst source like a net, and set the intention to connect into this unity, this oneness, this feeling of unconditional love. Remain connected into source and extend your light cord down through the stars, through the sky, back down to the top of your head and into your heart once more. And now, this time from the center of your heart, extend your cord of light downwards, down through the root of your spine, all the way down through the layers of the planet, going deeper and deeper until you reach the very core, Mother Earth. And there, connecting your light cord into Mother Gaia's crystalline heart. We send so much love to Mother Gaia at this time. Allow her to send her love back. Remain connected to Gaia's heart and extend your light cord up through the layers of the planet, up through the root of your spine and into your heart once more. And now, together with the light of Source above and Mother Gaia below, expand out your golden bubble of protective light to surround you about 2 meters out to each side, above and below, in front and behind, and set the intention that only energies and entities with your permission, your highest good love and compassion, can see you, access you, or exist within this space or within you. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. And into your safe space, inviting your guides, your higher self, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source, and Gaia. And we ask at this time for their guidance, clearing, healing, protection, assistance with the integration of today's messages and any healings. And now, through space and time, I create a golden protective bubble around all of us in the live Zoom call and in the replay. And I set the intention that only energies and entities with our permission, our highest good, love, and compassion can see us, access us, or exist within this space or within us. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. I invite in our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source, and Gaia. And I set the intention for today's session that we are here to practice connecting with and talking to our spirit guides. I would love to be able to help others connect with their spirit guides in a way that feels right for them. And so when we set this intention, I set this intention for all those that have chosen to engage with this live Zoom call or replay. And so now I encourage you to join me as we imagine ourselves as a class together. And we are all sat in a circle at this time. It is like we are sat around a campfire. And briefly, I'm going to create a campfire. It is not an ordinary fire. It is a fire burning with this beautiful source love energy from the highest dimension of source above. As I reach up to the highest dimension of source and I bring down this beautiful source light energy all the way down to the center of our group, the center of our circle. And I set the intention as it reaches the ground to ignite a flaming fire that burns in the center. Constant stream of source light, a bit like a beautiful wide laser beam coming down from the highest dimension of source and touching the ground at the center of us, igniting this beautiful white and golden flame. And as it burns gently, we notice that it is very much like a campfire. As we look around the class to each other, we can see the beautiful souls that have joined our class. And we can see the source light reflecting off their light bodies and any aspect of them that they brought into this session. Allow the light and the love and the warmth of this beautiful source fire energy to radiate out from the center of this fire at the center of our circle. And for those beautiful energies of source to begin being absorbed by your skin and deep into your body, into every cell, every atom, right from the top of your head, down through your neck, shoulders, upper body, out your arms to your fingertips, all the way down through your waist and hips, down to the base of your spine, and all the way out to your legs and all the way down to your toes and feet. And just allow this source energy to flow through you, clearing, healing, and energizing you. And remind your heart that you are in a beautiful, safe space at this time. We created a protective bubble around each of us, individually and also around this group. This is a safe space for you. It is a safe space for your heart. And to help prepare you for connecting with your spirit guides, I encourage you now to allow your heart to gently open. And to do so, please place your right hand over your heart and repeat after me. Heart, it's okay to open now. Heart, we're safe. Please open now. Heart, I love you. I love you. I love you. And now with your hands, both hands now, one hand on your heart and one hand on your solar plexus. Encourage your body to relax, feeling the warmth of the fire, of the source fire in front of you, feeling it continue to permeate through you, clearing, healing, and energizing you, relaxing you, loving you. And now I'd like to ask Archangel Michael to assist me in draining away any of the energy that no longer serves you, in particular, energy that is of a lower vibration and that no longer serves your highest good. And beneath each of us now, just below the root of your spine, I'm creating a small golden bubble beneath each of us around our whole group. It's not touching you, but any of the energy that no longer serves your highest good. With Archangel Michael's help, we're draining this down now through the crown and third eye, throats and hearts, solar plexus, sacral chakra, and root chakra, and into each of these bubbles. Archangel Michael is collating all of these bubbles together and returning them to source or never return here again. And then for any of the remaining energy that no longer serves your highest good, please open the reflexes, chakras of your hands and feet, and your root chakra, and release anything that no longer serves you, any pent up negative self talk, anything that pulls your vibration down, anything that's stuck or blocked, anything that naturally needs releasing. Release this now through hands and feet and roots deep into the earth. And you're sending it down through the grounding cord that you set up at the start of the session, deep into Mother Gaia, clearing, healing, and energizing yourself. And Mother Gaia is receiving this energy to allow you to function happily and healthily. And Gaia will use this energy for fertilizer for other beings. Allow this to continue for a moment, for as long as it feels right for you. Well done. Encouraging your body to feel relaxed and to celebrate this moment of your clearing and healing. And for the members of our class, I'm also going to get Archangel Michael just to scan around each of us, including myself, to check for any blocks, anything that would hold us back from being able to talk to our spirit guides. He's found one, and I won't say who this person is, bear with me a second as I assist Archangel Michael in removing this block. Good. Return to source or never return here again. Okay, thank you. And now for Archangel Raphael, please check our class, including myself, to see if there's anything that needs healed that will assist us at this time in talking with our guides. Archangel Raphael says just to continue to focus on holding an open heart, to be gentle with yourself through this process, and also to celebrate yourself in investing the time and energy. Know that this practice alone, just engaging with this class, investing in your own spiritual, psychic, metaphysical, and your health, that these are important aspects of you being able to support both yourself and your connection with your guides. Okay. So please continue to be aware of this source, love, energy, this fire that's burning in the center of our circle, and to make sure that it remains in a steady state. I'm going to ground a cord from the center of it down into earth to make sure it has a strong foundation. Good. And I'd like each of us now to turn around so you can be standing or sitting as you imagine this. Turn yourself around so that your back is now facing the rest of the group. And you may now feel on the back of your head and your back the fire, the heat, and the love energy from Source. And this is intended to continue to burn and resonate into you so that you are supported and continually fueled with this radiant energy of Source. And as you look out now ahead of you, I'd like you to imagine your favorite landscape forming. For me, I'm choosing a Scottish glen, a meadow, with rolling hills and mountains either side, and beautiful grass ahead of me, a tree at the end, and also a stream, or we would call it a burn in Scotland. You get to choose what landscape you have in front of you. I'd like you to choose a landscape which has some open space in front of you, for this is the space that will allow your guide to step forwards to you. I'll give you a moment to begin to imagine the ground of this landscape and how far you can see out. And as you find its horizon, the furthest point, looking up to the sky also, and orientating yourself as you look down beneath you to see what you're positioned on, what you're sat or stood upon. And just helping you connect with this landscape. If there's anything living there, just become aware of its energy. For me, it's birds and insects, the small animals, aware of the sun, clouds, the breeze upon my skin. And for me, my feet are touching the bare grass. And as we've been working on ourselves, healing and clearing, you may notice an increase in your vibration. And this increase in your vibration is reflected in the landscape around you. I can see there's a diverse range of landscapes that each of us have chosen. And so, well done for getting this far. And be ready now to ask one of your guides to step forwards. So straight ahead of us, in our chosen landscape, I'd like you to create a door. It is a bit like you might see a door in some sort of fairy garden or children's playground, it looks a bit like a door to nowhere because there's nothing on the other side of the door and there's nothing on this side of the door, simply a door frame supporting a door. Now, what's different about this door is that you've created it and you can set the intention about what this door is a portal into. Now, know that you will remain in the safe space of this session. I'd also like you to know that whatever you experience is safe because we've only invited in beings that are your spirit guides, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source and Gaia, and also your higher self, which is part of you. So know that in a moment, we'll be inviting one of your spirit guides to step forwards. And I'd like you to trust and to know that it is one of your spirit guides that will come forwards, not any other being. And this is important. It's like meeting an old friend. For some of you, you will recognize their energy. For others, it will feel more new to you. And know that we'll be asking a spirit guide that is here to best serve you and contact you at this time. I will also be inviting forwards one of my guides. And whilst I am very familiar with my guides, it is always fun to ask them to come through and connect with me in new ways. And this is a new way for me. So please join me as you focus your attention back on this door in this landscape ahead of you. Please choose a distance of around 10 meters. And as you create the door, you can create it in any form. It could be made of steel or wood. It may be made of anything you choose. And make sure that the door frame is strong and secure. It's nice and secure in the ground. And make sure the door is now closed. And remove any locks that you've put on the door. Make it easy for your spirit guide to come forwards. And now ask one of your spirit guides to step up to the other side of the door. It doesn't matter what dimension your spirit guide resides in. Many of them are in 7th, 6th, or 5th, sometimes even 4th dimension. Know that your guide is ready now to step through this portal, this door that you've created. And when you're ready, ask them. You might even shout over to them, please, spirit guide, open the door and introduce yourself to me. And allow them to do so now. We'll give you a moment to let them step forwards to about 9 meters in front of you. And thank your spirit guide, first of all, for volunteering and for bravely stepping through a door which you've just created. For many of you, it's the first door you've ever created. And be aware now that your spirit guide has entered the same space as you. And I'd like you to think for a moment with your mind and just think what we've done. We created a landscape each of us a unique landscape, created it with our minds and with our hearts. And we used our imaginations. And our imaginations are so important. Some people say that our imaginations are a canvas upon which we and our spirit guides are able to paint or draw or write or express ourselves however we wish. And you've asked your spirit guide to step into this safe space and to introduce themselves. So know that by this very definition, to help with your mind's understanding of this experience, that simply your guide has stepped into your imagination. And so whenever you find yourself in self-doubt, thinking, oh, this is just my imagination, then say, yes, that's true. Except it's true and it's not true in that it is a co-created, a shared imagination space where you brought in your spirit guide and their consciousness. And you're allowing both of you now to temporarily share this safe space. Now, I draw your attention to the many ways in which each of us are beginning to perceive our spirit guide. Some of us will be more visual to begin with. Others will hear our spirit guides. Others will feel them close by with our hearts. Others will experience smell or vibration, touch. And others may have experiences of seeing that their spirit guide engages with them in unusual ways, ways of experiencing connections with other beings that you're not used to. And that all of this is valid for you, it's unique for you. Trust and relax into this process as we have plenty of time and plenty of safe space to connect with your guide. And we're going to work through the different senses together. And each time, regardless of whether you feel anything or not, and especially if you feel nothing, I encourage you to celebrate and thank your guide. So I'd like to ask our spirit guides now to step forward to each of us to just 2 meters in front of us. There's a purpose for this. As we created a protective bubble around each of us individually, 2 meters out from the center of our hearts. And just allow yourself to feel the closeness and the proximity of your spirit guide. And now repeat after me. Spirit guide, I invite you into my safe space. And allow your guide to step forwards to somewhere between 1.5 and 1 meter in front of you. And this is a proximity that is very close. It feels like we would stand as close with a loved one, with a family member, with a good friend. Okay. And now focus your attention on your crown chakra. And from your crown chakra, imagine a cord of light from the center of the top of your head, extending out like a little golden light, a little bit like the shape of a rainbow, an arc over to the top of your guide's head, and then connect into your spirit guide's crown chakra and allow that connection to come back up over and into the top of your head. And just allow this now gently And this connection will stay connected with your guide for as long as it serves your highest good. This connection is solely under the control of you, not any other being. And you can choose to make this connection and disconnect it whenever you choose. Its purpose is to assist you in the telepathic, the psychic connection, the communication between you and your guide. And my spirit guide, who I've connected with, Marita, is explaining to me it's a little bit like we have a phone in our heads and that we can connect to our spirit guides. We simply speak out loud to them and allow an answer. This seems important for us to try this now. So please join me as we ask our spirit guides a question. Now, if you're replaying this video and you want to ask a different question, please pause the video and ask the question. Otherwise, I will go ahead and ask. Spirit guide, what messages do you have for me for the highest good, love, and compassion of me at this time? And just allow yourself to receive these messages. Know that with this message that you're receiving, it might be unusual. It might feel different for you. You might not be sure what you're receiving, but just allow yourself to receive this. And now, regardless of whether you've received anything or not, please thank your spirit guide and say this out loud. Thank you, spirit guide. Thank you for trying to talk to me. And then thank yourself. Thank you. I thank myself for trying this, for being brave and giving it a go. Now, if you've received a message, I'd encourage you to repeat it out loud or to write it down or both. So if you're watching in the replay, perhaps you'd like to pause the video and write down the message. I encourage you to do this for each of the ways that we'll connect with our spirit guide. And whenever you speak it out loud, whenever you write it down, you're bringing the communication into and the experience into this third dimension. In other words, it makes it more real for you. Okay. So next, as we thank our spirit guides for the connection with our crowns, we now come down to our third eyes. And you can tap gently just on the center of your forehead. Just tap gently with your hand and ask your third eye to open gently. You can say, third eye, please open. Third eye, please open. Third eye, please open. And give your third eye a moment, a bit like it's waking up from a deep sleep. Just gently opening your third eye lid. And now, allow your third eye to receive. Receive the shape, colors, frequencies, to receive all the perception across every sense of you now. This includes your hearing, touch, smell, the knowingness, the seeing, allowing yourself to receive and perceive your spirit guide. Look all the way up to the top of your spirit guide, up to their head, and all the way down to their feet, their tail, whatever is the lowest part of them, and then scan across to either side to get a sense of their overall size and shape. And if I was to describe what I experience at this time, I'm seeing the overall shape of my mantis guide. She's very tall. Her name is Marita. And wherever I focus my attention, it's a bit like I'm shining a torch and I'm seeing specific areas like her hands or claws, her body, her face. Wherever I look and focus tends to have the most detail. It reminds me a little bit of seeing in a dream where you see just parts of reality. And I'd like you to open your mind and open your third eye to receive across all frequencies available to you at this time of perceiving your guide. And there's a lot of fun enjoying this. And feel into the color. All colors have frequencies too. How does this feel for you? And now, when you're ready, we're going to ask our spirit guide to make a movement or some sort of visual manifestation where we will be able to perceive this. And also just draw your attention to your third eye is capable of seeing energy, the energy of your spirit guide. So for some of you not yet able to see your guide in any way at this time, as we ask for this gesture from them, this might be the first time you experience them and see them. So just to prepare you for this also. And we have a really simple request. So please repeat after me. Spirit guide, please show me your gesture, your sign of love. And allow yourself to receive this. And please thank your guide. Thank them for this experience. Again, please write it down or say it out loud what you experienced. You can also put it into the Zoom chat if you want to. Thanking your guide for this experience. For my guide, they shared these really beautiful pulses of red and orange and green lights from their heart that they expanded out and it filled my whole body. There's this beautiful resonating love energy. Thank you. Okay, and now we proceed down to our throat chakras. Now, what's good about our throat chakras is we can speak with our throat and we can also receive. So much of our throat chakra is about being able to speak our truth and receive our truth. These are two different aspects, the two different directions of the expression of us. And often the throat chakra is a place of the expression of our free will, our boundaries, our divine right to be able to decide what we experience in this life. And so now ask your spirit guide to listen to you as you will say something to them. And you're also going to listen back and receive this message. And this is the same practice that I do each day in my daily meditations, talking to my spirit guides. And I'm going to allow you to ask the question yourself, and then I'll ask the spirit guide, your spirit guide, to answer. So please join me now as we ask our spirit guides. Please go ahead and ask your spirit guide a question. And allow your spirit guide to give the answer, opening your throats and hearts and ears to receive. And now thank your spirit guide. Thank them for what they have shared with you. Thank them for the message. Please take a moment, pause the video if you're watching in the replay, to take note of what you've experienced. And for my spirit guide, I asked about some of the upcoming decisions I have in my life. And my spirit guide said I should keep everything simple, simple as possible, and to seek simplicity in everything I do. So please congratulate yourself on spending the time and effort to ask your spirit guide, and also thank your spirit guide for listening and speaking back to you, and celebrate any of the experiences, even if you've got this far into this class and then nothing happened for you. It's okay. This is exactly how I started. And it just takes time and practice and trust. And most of all, it requires your gratitude. For gratitude is an order of magnitude more powerful than any self doubt, fear, anxiety. And now focusing on your heart, and this will be the last chakra we focus on. We're going to take some time to focus on our hearts, and we're going to take some time to also focus on a range of our different senses, including touch. So please ask your guide now, as you gently open your heart, ask your spirit guide out loud to send you the feeling of love, to transmit it from their heart to yours. Please repeat after me. Spirit guide, please send me love from your heart to mine. And allow this now. Good. And now you can ask your spirit guide to receive some love back from you. You ask nothing in return, to simply send your love from your heart to your spirit guide. So please do so now. Perfect. And you can stop now. Please thank your spirit guide and congratulate yourself on trying this out. And also thank your spirit guide for this beautiful experience of sending and receiving love. Now, we're also going to try asking your spirit guide to touch you. And we'd like to ask your spirit guides to gently touch our left hand. Now, the reason for this is that some of us find it harder to visualize than others, or to share through these different experiences. And so I encourage you to really surrender to this experience. And just before we ask your guide to touch your hand, note that it is perfectly safe. Your spirit guide is well versed in how to do this. And also that just allow your focus of your attention now to focus on your left hand. And so with your left hand, just open it gently, nice and relaxed. A bit like you're catching a raindrop from the sky. Just place your left hand out in front of you. And if you can't do that, then just become aware of all aspects of your left hand. So scan across your fingertips to see how they're feeling. Scan across each finger. Scan across the palm of your hand and the back of your hand. And so this is a form of calibration, just to know that you know exactly how your energy in your hand feels. Now, join me as we ask our spirit guides to gently touch our hands so that we may feel their energy. So go ahead now and repeat after me. Spirit guide, please place your hands on my left hand. Beautiful. And while your spirit guide is touching your hand, just feel the differences. You know there's another being there, and anything that's come through for you, even if it's not directly touching your hand, but anything in and around it, this is also important. Now ask your guide to gently squeeze your hand. So this is just a very gentle amount of pressure so that you can sense what that feels like. So ask after me, spirit guide, please gently squeeze my hand to let me know you're there. Wonderful. And as you allow those sensations to be real for you, to be experienced in your own unique way, ask your guide to let go of your hand now and thank them. Thank you, spirit guide. And congratulate yourself also. For me, I felt my guide just gently like squeezing my hand like this in a pulsing action. And it's really beautiful. All of us will experience this in different ways. So as we come close to the end now, because I'd like to leave a little bit of time for questions for people to share their experiences after the recording ends, I'd like to thank our spirit guides for stepping forwards to us at this time, to each of us. It is such an honor to connect with you, to experience these investments of time that both you as a human and you as a spirit guide, regardless of your origins, to congratulate you for investing this time in connecting with each other. Everything that you've experienced just now, I encourage you to say it back to yourself after the session, to have written it down or to made a video about it or told someone else about it or even comment on this video. And the reason is that if you're able to share, it brings it into this reality. Even if you just share it with yourself, it makes it real for you. Not just a fleeting moment, a fleeting dreamlike experience in a meditation. It is real for you. So please invite your spirit guides to leave now and thank them so much for coming along. You can ask them to step back through the door through which they came through. And you can wave goodbye and send them so much love. Thank you, spirit guide. Thank you. And I'm just making sure everyone's guides are heading back through their doors and closing the door behind them. And now I'd like you to also just imagine this landscape, including the door, to just gently dissolve away. Nothing is lost. This was just a creation of your imagination, with the exception of your spirit guide. They're absolutely real. But this was a holographic representation for you to connect with. Your spirit guide is still in exactly the same place as they were before they started. Okay, good. And now I'd like you to turn back around to the center of the circle and look back at the source fire that I started and just receive that beautiful source love energy. And thank you so much for bringing this energy in, source, and this love and supportive energy. Thank you for these magical experiences. And we're safe now to leave this session space. So I'd like to thank our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source and Gaia, and every soul that participated in today's session. As I ask each of us now to step outside of the session bubble, remain in your individual protective bubbles for as long as you wish, as I close the session down and I return it to source or never return here again. And well done. Please do get plenty of rest and drink water as much as it feels right for you. And I'd also encourage you, just take a moment for yourself. Now I'll be stopping this recording now. So thank you for those of you that joined us in the replay also. Please keep an eye on my website under the events page for future 5D Ascension classes. And for everyone else that's on the Zoom call, I will stop the recording and allow you to ask questions and share experiences. So thank you so much, everyone. Please take care, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you. Bye.